You are already in the exams. Don't start trying to understand that context, to understand why you didn't get 100%. You do not repeat that mistake again. You have to do it every day. You have to be consistent. You have to Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is officially my second YouTube video. So I hope you stay. I hope you find this video helpful. My name is Sipogazi. I am a first year UCT student. As you might have seen by the title of this video, today I will be sharing how I got 7 distinctions in Matric and I made it to the KZN Provincial Awards for one of my subjects. So yeah, I really hope you find this video helpful. Without any further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so I've made a list. I made notes just to make sure that I don't forget anything. So yeah, the first thing I'm going to be talking about is my routine. That is which I used to manage my time wisely, because you have to have good time management skills and Matric, because yeah, you need them. Yeah, so I'm going to be explaining my routine. So we went to school from 6:30 in the morning to 4:30 in the afternoon. Compared to like other schools, that really wasn't bad. So yeah, so what I did is when I came back from school, I used to sleep first just so I could rest and yeah, gain back my energy, because I would get home tired and there was no way I could get straight to studying. Yeah, so I would just first get home, eat, take a bath, and then go to sleep. And then I would wake up later around 11 because that's when the house was quiet. Yeah, people were already starting to go to sleep, so it was very convenient for me because at that time yeah, everyone is sleeping, the house is quiet, I can concentrate more, and I have rested and gained a bit of energy. Yeah, so then I'd wake up around 11 or 12 midnight, and then I'd start studying until I have to get ready for school. But I did that only before like the tests. I didn't do that during tests or exams, no, because you really need to get enough sleep, because you can't be sleepy in the exam. So yeah, you need to rest. Yeah, you need to rest, because if you study the whole night before an exam and you don't sleep, you are going to fall sleepy in the exam, and you're not going to be able to recall everything that you studied because you're going to be tired. So you need to rest at the same time, but you also need to put in the work, because you are not going to pass with just no study, you know. So you have to study, guys. So yeah, that was my routine. Yeah, and the next thing, okay, so now I'm going to go straight into study tips. So the first thing I have here is past papers. Yeah, that is basically how I survived high school, guys. Past papers, because I believe that testing yourself is more important than trying to retain the information and then thinking you understand. Because most of the time, especially with notes, when you're like studying notes and then you're like, oh, I get it, but then when it's time to test yourself, it's a different story. So I would highly recommend using past papers for almost all your subjects, because that's what I did for all of my subjects, especially though for math and physics, because you know the calculations part, yeah, that requires practice, and the only way that you can get practice is by doing as many past papers as you can. And guys, they do recycle papers, they really do recycle papers, especially in maths. That's what I really remember. Like guys, there's really not that much they could ask. They just ask the same questions over and over again. So past papers are definitely like your go-to, just to test yourself. And also when you do past papers, treat them like, act as if you are already in the exam. Don't do one past papers for 5 hours, because during an exam you'd have to do that paper in 3 hours. So you need to time yourself, you need to keep your pace, you know. Yeah, so that's my advice. That's how you do past papers. And yeah, basically for all your subjects. I don't know about the theory based subjects like your life sciences and your history, your geography, because I didn't do any of those. Yeah, I hate the theory with everything in me, but I believe, yeah, past papers could still work. Yeah, I think so. I highly believe so. So yeah, past papers, your friend. Do your past papers. Okay. Okay, the second thing I have on my list is the way you are actually studying. Like, do not force yourself to study. I mean, at some point you have to like force yourself, but if you can feel that whatever you're doing is not productive, maybe you're tired, nothing is actually getting in, just rest. Or something else that you can do is to study for short intervals of time and then take a break. Maybe I don't remember what this method is called, but you study for 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break, 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break. And I know guys that that requires a lot of discipline, because those 5-minute breaks could turn to 30-minute breaks, and then you're like, let me just, it's over, you know. But also something you need to understand is that doing a little bit of work is better than doing nothing, even if it's just 30 minutes. Like, just make sure you do a bit of something every day. Don't go to sleep without studying, guys. Like, you have to do it every day. You have to be consistent. You have to remember why you are doing this thing, so that you can keep going. Okay, you can't study the day before an exam and expect miracles. You can't pray to God that he delivers a miracle on the day of the exam. God can only help you to understand to remember what you have studied in the exam. God can only protect you from evil spirits during the exam. That's pretty much it, you know. If you didn't study, then praying is just so yeah. And then another thing is that after writing a test, after getting back your test results or your exam results, make sure, don't just look at your mark and be happy or be sad and then go on with your life. No, you have to check your mistakes, where you went wrong, and stuff like that, so that you do not repeat that mistake again. You have to study your test mark. Yeah, but when you get your test back, make sure you understand why you didn't get 100%. Yeah, we are aiming for 100%. So if you don't get 100%, you need to know why you didn't get 100%, so you can get it next time. Okay? Yeah. And then another thing, I think I've touched on this, to take breaks, guys. As much as it's important to study as much as you can, you also need to take breaks, because honestly, burning out is just, yeah, just take breaks, man. Be hard on yourself, but don't be too hard on yourself, you know? Yeah. And then the next thing I'm going to be talking about are your resources. So what I used to study. Yeah, so I used, the first thing was obviously like the textbooks that you get from school, or you can download other textbooks. And guys, I used textbooks to understand a concept, like when something has just been introduced, so you are trying to understand that concept, trying to get the fundamentals down. Textbooks are really important, because you can't just jump to testing yourself without understanding the concept first. So I would highly recommend that you use textbooks. And some textbooks actually have like good practice problems. Some textbooks have practice problems and then answers at the back of the textbook. Most textbooks, not most of them, but good textbooks have that, so that is also very useful. And yeah, and then the second thing, I've already mentioned past papers, guys, past papers. And then YouTube, I watched a lot of YouTube videos. The people that I loved the most, the people that I watched the most were Kevin Matt's Science. Yeah, I just think that YouTube channel was very helpful for both maths and physics. Yeah, for both maths and physics. And then the second YouTube channel that I watched is Lungisi Nkosi. He's very good in physics, especially, yeah, I think I watched a lot of his chemistry videos. So yeah, he's also a very, 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 very good choice. And then there's the organic chemistry tutor, very goated. And then there's Miss Martin. Yeah, I didn't watch her a lot, but she was yeah, I think I have watched a few videos of her. So yeah, those are the 5 YouTube channels I used for maths and physics. And then for my other subjects, I used, because I took cats in high school, so I used Mr. Long. He's very good, guys. He's very, 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 very good. Mr. Long, I don't know what I would have done without him. So if you are taking cats in high school, that is just the channel for you. And then yeah, I think that's about it. And then for your languages and life orientation, you just need to rely on the resources that your teacher gives you, because I did isiZulu home language and English first additional language, and honestly the resources that our teachers provided for us were enough. And then a few past papers, especially for paper 2. Yeah, and I think for isiZulu home language, we do poems. Yeah, I think the most challenging parts are the poems, and you can get memos, guys. Just read the memos, know the memos, because they ask the same poems. There's not a lot of questions that they can ask, so you just go on Google, download past papers and read the memos, understand the memos, and then you're good to go. Like, yeah, that's just the way to go, guys, for your languages. And then for life orientation, I did the same thing. I used the notes our teacher provided for us, and then she used to give us past papers herself. So you know past papers are good when the teachers give them to you, guys. Yeah, so yeah, taking notes, guys. Taking notes is not about highlighters. It's not about making them pretty. It's about making them useful for you, writing them in a way that you understand, in a language that you understand. Yeah, so note taking is also very important. Like, maybe in your class when your teacher's talking, whatever you feel is important, you don't have to write everything down. Just write what you feel is important and what you think you will forget. So yeah, that's about it. That's basically what I did. But the key, honestly, the key to all of this is consistency. If you do it consistently, you will manage to achieve your goals. You will manage to bag all of those distinctions. And yeah, guys, it's gonna be a short year. It's gonna be over like now, so you need to make the most out of the time that you have. Just be consistent, guys. Like, there's nothing beats the feeling of receiving your matric results, and they reflect all of that hard work, all of those sleepless nights. Not to mention during December, it's gonna be hard. Like, I don't know, people are different, but for me it was hard. I couldn't stop thinking about the results, and when you know you didn't give it your all, the guilt eats away at you, guys. So you don't want that. You during December, you want to relax knowing that you gave it your all. So yeah, you will never be in matric again. I mean, you can, but just make the most out of it now, and imagine yourself the following year, 2027, in your dream course, your dream university. Guys, everyone wants that. So just make sure you lock in this year, and I promise you it's all gonna work out. I mean, it doesn't get better in university, but being in university is nice, guys. So make sure that you give it your all. Just forget about distractions, forget about what your friends are doing on weekends, forget about what your friends are doing after school. Just lock in, man. Stay consistent. Know why you are doing what you're doing, and I promise you it'll work out. So we have come to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did find it useful, please leave a comment of whatever you feel like saying. Whatever, even if it's a hate comment, just leave it down. And then subscribe, guys. Yeah, so bye, see you next time.